Welcome to Wellness Warriors, a podcast addressing the root causes of illness and their natural solutions. And now your hosts of Wellness Warriors, Dr. Justin Lane and Michelle Schroeder.
Well, hello, Wellness Warriors.
Hello.
Hi, Michael.
Hey, Michelle. How you doing? Dr. Justin Lane, how are you doing today?
Doing outstanding. How about yourself?
It is so good to see you guys. Two of my favorite Wellness Warriors. Oh, my gosh. Hey, I want to kick things off right away. I've got a question for you. I know today's topic, we're going to be talking a little bit about some mysterious symptoms that are puzzling doctors. I know a lot of times, a lot of folks may have the situation, I know I have, where I've gone to a doctor and I've got some pain somewhere, and the doctor goes, we ran all the tests and you're perfectly fine. That'll be $500. You know? So yeah. I know that you guys are familiar with that. Do you have some experience in working with folks and maybe having some puzzling symptoms like that?
Absolutely. That's probably most of our folks, unless they're looking for natural medicine, and some of our clients are. But a lot of folks are just frustrated with not getting answers or communicated to, or just treating symptoms. And if they can get into the doctor, it's usually a merry-go-round with medication. This symptom, this medication, and on and on. So by the time they come to us, they're usually pretty tired of that. It's not working. They're frustrated, and they're wanting to get some real answers and some resolution to things.
So why are the doctors not able to give them real answers to their chronic problems? Michelle, do you have some insight onto that?
Yeah, yesterday I talked to a woman, and she was literally crying on the phone. She went to her neurologist, who sent her to her dermatologist. Then she went to her dermatologist, who sent her to her primary care physician. And I've heard this over and over again, that doctors are so trained to look at one system or one aspect of the body and manage symptoms from that perspective, that if someone comes in with multiple symptoms that are affecting across the body different ways, and the doctor doesn't have a medication or an answer directly for that, it's send them off to somebody else. And for people who are having chronic health problems, it becomes extremely frustrating, brings people to tears. They can't get answers. They're taking medications and not feeling better. And the truth of the matter is, it's not that doctors are intentionally doing this. It's just the way that our medical system is made, and they're trained to look at a specific set of parts of the body instead of looking at it from a more holistic aspect.
I know that you guys are really, really passionate about this. And so, Michelle, let's start with you since we're talking to you already. Give us a little bit more background about you, who you are, what you do, and what makes you so passionate and driven to help people with these types of situations.
Yeah, I'm a national board certified health and wellness coach, and I have other certifications that help me become a better coach. But the reason I'm passionate about this is in 2011, I was diagnosed with lupus. I had been having symptoms for a good 5 to 10 years prior to being diagnosed, and I too was passed around between dermatologist, primary care physician, gastroenterologist. I was very fatigued. I wasn't recovering from exercise very well. I had a lot of anxiety. My digestion was a complete mess. And all I got told was, you have a loud stomach. But nobody ever emphasized how important my digestion was or gave me any kind of tools to work with that would help me. So eventually I got the diagnosis of lupus, and I have an aunt that had been diagnosed 3 years earlier than me, and she was not doing well. She had gone the typical Western route. She was on all kinds of medications. The side effects were horrible for her. And at that point in time, I just decided I am going to find a natural solution to help me manage what is going on. Some of the things that I decided to do, one of them was I decided to get off gluten, for example, which helped my digestion improve quite a bit. And I actually had a primary care physician tell me, I said to him, my anxiety and my digestion are a lot better by going gluten-free. And I'd already managed to do it for over a year, And he still told me not to worry about it and I should just take a medication because it would be a lot less stressful. And so even in the midst of getting results from something I had chosen to do, I still had doctors poo-pooing the idea that that's what would help me.
Wow. So wait a minute. I need to understand this. So you had lupus and the doctor said, oh, you have a loud stomach. They didn't even try to disguise it with a fake Latin medical term like laudibus stomachus or something.
No.
They just said, take this pill, or we don't know what it is, or, let's send her down to Dr. So-and-so who works with laudibus stomachus or something. That's horrible.
Yeah, and I have to say that in the last, 12 years, 14 years, whatever, there's been a lot more research done, and many doctors are becoming more aware of some of the symptoms that come from, autoimmune. But at the time, I don't think, my primary care physician told me that he would be the laughing stock of his colleagues if he